Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming to another video. Today we have a special guest. We have one of my favorite people in the world. Let him introduce himself.
Easy to do, you already know.
So, EJ is my nephew and he just started college. This is his first semester. So I figured it was a good idea to do a video about like his college experience and ask him a few questions and just chit chat for those that are like starting college or are seniors in high school. This can be beneficial. So let's get right to it. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell people,
I skipped the grade, so I'm like young in college. I go to St. John's. I'm a biology major. I live in Yonkers. I'm a commuter student. And yeah.
He's single. Okay, so thank you for all those details. I'll also be speaking a little bit about my like experience if it fits in, but I'm old and whatever, so it might not be as relevant. So the first question is, what has been your favorite part about college so far?
The favorite part? I ain't gonna lie, the girls. Cause I went to an all boys school in high school, so like the girls are definitely my favorite part. There's some, really, the girls. Other than that, I would probably say like the girls. That's my favorite part.
So since you mentioned a little bit about high school, or you brought that up, that was a perfect way to my second question. The perfect segue to my next question, which is so far, like what has been some of the biggest differences between high school and college that you've noticed?
Well, the biggest difference for me is obviously having, like to create my own schedule and to manage my time. Because like high school, you kind of like have help, your parents, your teachers. But like college is more of you're on your own, really. Like you have to wake up, you have to be more responsible. You don't have, teachers emailing you every 2 seconds to do your work. Like you have to get up and go to class by yourself. Like nobody's gonna be really on you like that. So the biggest thing, and also professors are like cool in college. Like they're not like high school, like annoying and stuff. There's probably gonna be a few professors that like are annoying, but for me, my professors are cool and stuff. But time management is like the biggest difference for me.
Yeah.
Like I have to plan. Like I literally have a planner now, and I actually have to study too. That's another thing. You have to study in college, bro. It's not like high school at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when I went to college forever ago or whatever. My biggest thing was that like I was able to make my schedule. So like I selected so at the beginning of the semester, like or before the semester starts, you select the classes. So like you can literally take classes at night, evening, afternoon, mornings. Like you don't have to wake up at 8 a.m. for class. Like you could take classes at 1 in the afternoon. Like you could start your day at 1, which is great. But like it's also different because you've been used to waking up so early every day.
And also like me, I only go to school 3 days a week, and I'm a freshman. So like you could literally create your schedule depending on what school you go to, obviously.
Yeah, and for those that have to work, like if you have to work, for whatever situation or reason, like it's great because you can literally like work and plan your schedule around it. So if that's your situation, then don't worry about it. It should be fine. And I don't know about like St. John's, but at my school during the time, they offered like Saturday classes as well. So for students that like had to do that, like that's also an option. Yeah. So that was my biggest thing as well. Mm-hmm. The next question is, do you know your major yet?
Yeah, so as of now, I'm interested in becoming an anesthesiologist. And I'm a bio major. I take 5 classes, like 18 credits. I have biostatistics, biology, intro to bio population class, a core class, like a writing class, and a lot of bio classes in writing. And I have to take calculus, like that's the only other math I have to take besides like all the bio classes. But yeah, as of now, I'm a bio major. I'm thinking about changing it, but I kind of like it, so I just have to do more like research into that. But yeah, bio.
Oh, and he has like labs and like tests all the time. Yeah. I don't know how he does it. Like kudos to him.
Biostatistics is not easy. I have 2 midterms. I actually have another midterm like next week before Thanksgiving, but it's alright. It's kind of cool. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we like it. I am a social worker. I'd be mad proud saying that. But when I was in undergrad, I was like on and off. Like I was like, I'm gonna be a psychology. Then I was like sociology. Then I finally like through internships decided I wanted to do social work. So I did a lot of writing, which I like. But like I didn't know my major until I was like almost a junior. So if you don't know your major, if you're coming in, like kind of like, you can pick, if you know, great. But if you don't know, you can kind of just figure it out, like take classes that kind of tell you, and then you don't have to declare a major till you have 60 credits, which is like you're usually like a junior, like first semester junior, so you still have time to figure it out. So like don't feel like you gotta like know right when you go in.
Also, like the school, like my school for instance, they help you like figure out what major you want, and they have like what's called career services, where like they help you figure out what you like, and they help you with like to figure out what you want to do. So that's actually helpful as well.
That's helpful. And the professor, since they're friendly, I'm sure you can like ask questions if like that's something you're interested in. All right, what is my next question? All right, so how has COVID shaped your college experience like so far? Tell us about like your day to day.
COVID sucks, bro. COVID is trash. My school, they don't let, I'm a commuter, and they don't let commuter students go into dorms because of COVID, which has been kind of trash because, feel me? Or, But, COVID, like, we have to wear masks, even if we're all vaccinated. Everybody at school is vaccinated because we had to be vaccinated. And we all have to wear masks, like, we're limited to certain things. There's obviously, like, still partying and stuff, but, like, COVID like makes everything trash.
So you mentioned earlier you were a commuter student. So for those that are thinking about commuting, like what's one tip that you think would be helpful for them to know?
Honestly, I feel like people are afraid of commuting. Like I was obviously afraid of commuting as well, but honestly, commuting isn't that bad depending on like how far you are from the school. One thing I could say though is like people that dorm, they're more connected with each other. But like I don't know, I kind of like commuting. It gives you more of like time to study, like maybe on your way if you take the train and stuff. Like you have more time to study, you wake up earlier. But it's not that bad, honestly. And you save a lot of money as well. But
yo, I'm all about saving them coins.
But yeah, commuting isn't that bad. Obviously you're not dorming and you can't party and do the things you want to do. Maybe if you were dorming, but it's alright.
But you can also like still go, like you went to like some party or some event.
Oh yeah, 5 you came to the school. Bow.
Yeah. I was forever row again. I dormed my first year and then I commuted. I transferred schools, so I went to Lehman, and woo woo. I don't know if that's a thing, but yeah, whatever. And I did not mind commuting at all. Like I had to work. I saved money because I knew I wanted to go to grad school. So I knew that like if I took too many loans out undergrad, then like I was gonna be dumb tight when it was time for grad school and I had to take out more loans. Yeah. So that's another one of like my tips or like our tips, because I'm sure that's one of the reasons why he's also not dorming. Like
I wish I was dorming obviously because like I want to get out of my house, but like
girls.
But yeah, once they let commuter students in the dorms, then it's over.
Last question is, this is the hardest question, so you ready? You might need a little seconds to think about it, because you ain't ready. So, what is one thing you wish someone would have told you while in high school or like before you're like, started college?
Oof. Damn.
Take a sip.
Yeah,
Take a sip of this juice, cause.
One thing I wish I would have known while in high school. I would say Like I honestly, the school I went to was a good, like a prestigious school. So like I feel like I was prepared. But one thing I probably wish I'd known was just like what was the question?
What is one thing you wish you knew back in high school or prior to like your first day of class or college or whatever of life?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? Or
Ooh, I like that.
I feel like most of the things that are going on, like I had a feeling was gonna happen. But one thing I could probably say is like to like be careful, like the people that I hang out with, because college, you know, like a lot of kids do different things. So maybe like I wish I would have known like be careful. And it's all about like like yourself. Like you got to be responsible. Like I always heard people say, "Oh, don't do this. Make sure you do this." Like my parents always tell me. But like once you're really in it, and like you see everybody else doing it, you're gonna want to do it. So like I wish I would have just like already had the experience and already knew like what it was really like. Now that I'm like already in it, you know what I'm saying? I guess.
Ooh, I like that answer. So no drugs.
Yeah, don't do any drugs, people.
Yeah, just don't.
Especially don't drink and drive.
Yeah, no. Damn, I might answer that question too, only because, you know, I feel like you can't be the only one struggling out here.
Yeah. Oh.
Damn. I think one thing I wish I would have known was that, like, you don't have to rush into finishing. Like, I feel like I went in and I was out. Like, that was it. So I wish I would have, like, stayed an extra year and, like, got a double major. Like I could have done like social work and like Latin American studies or like social work and something else. Like that would have been cool. Or like political science since I'm like an immigration social worker. Sorry, I have to clap it up for me each time because it's a big accomplishment. But I wish I would have known. Like I felt like because everybody graduates within 4 years, or like you think everyone graduates within 4 years, like you don't want to like look like you did a 5th year, which like no one freaking asks you. Like when you go for a job interview, no one's gonna be like, so, you know, how long were you in there for? So it would have been just fine. And like I was on financial aid, so it would have covered a 5th year. So like, I could have just done that. But I was in and out, and so like that was my experience. I wish someone would have told me like, yo, take your time, like enjoy the process and just like do what you gotta do.
I feel you.
So I'm telling you that. Just in case you don't know, I tell him that all the time, so he knows. But yeah.
Word.
Is there anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to say?
To the people in high school, don't be afraid to make new friends. Some of your high school friends are not gonna they're not gonna be your friends like forever, honestly, because you'll realize that a lot of people are fake and they're not lifelong friends. Like they're just like current friends or people you were around in high school. So like college, you meet a lot of new people, a lot of people that are just like you. Don't be afraid to meet new people. If you see a fire girl in the hallway, holla at that. I mean, she might be your wife. You feel what I'm saying? You never know. So just don't be afraid to start new friendships and stuff. And like it might take you a long way. It might be your boss. It might.
You might like that. I think that was all. Is there anything else? That is all. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful to somebody. If you know somebody who's like a high school student, a freshman student, or just a student in general, like send it over, let them know. And I hope you learned a thing or two. And if you want him back, let me know in the comment section. He's definitely single and ready to mingle. I don't know if people say that. Okay, whatever.
You need to go on Instagram. Right here. It's right here.
Oh, thank you so much for watching. If you want him back, let me know too. If you want to hear more about his experiences, if you want to know more about his next semester, what he's gonna do in life, if he's gonna end up dorming or not, because he's thinking about it. So I will see you soon.
Wow, I like that. All right.